Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be talking about Janelle Evans from Teen Mom. I can't even call this girl. Like a lot of times I'll be like, reality TV star Janelle Evans. We're going to talk about her. I cannot call this girl a star. Hell no. I'm not calling her a star. She is a reality TV personality, but she is literally, I'm disgusted by her. I am utterly, completely disgusted by Janelle Evans, okay? Anybody that's kept up with Janelle even a little bit to find out that now she is reconciled with David Eason. If you have not said, you know what, I cannot support this girl. She went live yesterday. She went live yesterday, and there's literally people in her live saying, I love you, Janelle. I love you. You're so beautiful. Don't worry about the haters, Janelle. Oh, well, like you got this, Janelle. And I'm like, you are, yeah, anybody that is like, you got this, Janelle, like, don't worry about the haters. Y'all are Janelle. Like, you should really like check yourself into therapy because, like, if you think what Janelle Evans is doing, you are a Janelle and you need help. Your kids are at risk. You know what I'm saying? I cannot, for the life of me, understand people that are still supporting her. Okay. But as we all know, I'm not going to go over everything that's happened in the past few days, not in great depth, but I will really quickly say it's been a lot of confusion and it's about to get even more confusing because, okay, really quickly, we all know how it first popped off. TMZ put out an article saying, oh, Janelle Evans' son, Jace Evans, he's been checked back into a mental hospital, right? It was very vague. Something happened. He's been placed in a mental hospital. Several of us creators was like, yeah, no crap. We know what happened. He found out that his mom was back with David. That's what happened. Well, then TMZ puts out another article saying, "Oh, Jace pulled a pew pew on his May and threatened to unalive her and threatened to unalive himself." That comes out. Then the Ashley Realities Roundup comes out to say that's not exactly what happened. Jace found out that his mom was back with David, and he flipped out, and Barb called the cops. He threatened himself, but he didn't threaten May. There was no pew pew involved. Well, you guys, now Janelle's sister Ashley is saying that's not even what happened. So I don't know what the hell is going on here. The Ashley Realities Roundup says she got the 911 call log, like the transcript, but Janelle's sister Ashley is saying her mom did not call 911. Now, I don't know if maybe Barbara called like a non-emergency line and just said, I just need somebody to come talk to me. That's quite possible because the Ashley Reality Roundup says they got the call log, like the transcript or whatever, and that Barb called. Janelle's sister Ashley is saying, no, my mom did not call. So I don't know what's going on either way. What we do know for sure is Jace is in a mental hospital. Janelle has not went to see him. He has been in that mental hospital for like 17 days at this point, from my understanding. Since the 22nd of February, he has been there, and Janelle has not went to see him. Barbara has gone to see him. Barbara says, he's doing okay, that Jace is doing okay. Ashley says that Barb is doing okay, all things considered, but they are both, Barb and Jace, are just completely irritated, devastated to hear that Janelle is back with David and that Janelle had already abandoned Jace before this happened. So when Janelle sent Jace to live with Barbara like 8 months ago, that was her, I'm done with you. Go live with your May. I'm done with you. And she hasn't had anything to do with him since, from what I've been told. Cuddle Bear says, I just listened to your interview on Barely Famous. It was so good. Thank you. I've been getting so many good, like I've been getting a lot of good feedback for that. And if you haven't listened to my episode on Barely Famous, please go check it out. You can listen to it for free. Could she have called saying she was Barb? I mean, yeah, I guess Janelle could call and say she's anybody. But if the Ashley Realities Roundup has the 911 call, she knows their voices. So I don't know what's going on here. I know what was first being reported was like Jace read on the internet that his mom was back with David. He flipped out. He went to Barbara and was like, "What the hell? Mom's back with David." He's like raging. And Barb calls Janelle and it's like, "What the heck? You're back with, you're back with David. Jace is so upset." And then the cops got called. So to me, it always sounded like the outlets were saying Janelle called, that Jace found it, went to Barb called Janelle, and then the cops were called. So that's the way that it always sounded to me. Um, Either way, we got a few videos. Janelle went live and she like refused to answer questions, but she was so giddy. She's like, I woke up feeling so good. And I'm like, your son is in a mental hospital. This is wild.
Some of your comments are wild, but you ain't getting a reaction out of me, that's for sure.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it scares me, but it's also just pretty amazing that like I connected with you and I have
Notice me! Hello! I don't know what your name was, but hey! How's my day? My day's good so far. Yesterday was a little bit hectic, a little bit chaotic. Today is a little bit better. Woke up in a good mood, so howdy.
Honestly, he seems like a really sweet guy. Seems like he has his life together.
One day at a time, exactly. Exactly.
I'm happy that I started to find something.
And just because I'm happy right now and presenting like everything's fine and okay doesn't mean I'm not. Like when I get off here, sometimes I have little cry breaks, you know? It's not all perfect.
Who calls them?
Life is not perfect. Things are going to happen. I'm just polarized. So
I'm just polarized.
that's the problem.
The comments were eating her up. Like, see? So I was like, clown.
My podcast is coming.
I was with my whole family too.
Girl, you've been saying.
But when it does launch, you guys are going to have a lot to watch because it's going to be pretty big. A lot of good people, a lot of good guests. Yeah.
I mean, it was fantastic. It was great. Family's like it's very important to me. Like I said, I'm from a small family.
Why haven't I streamed lately? On what, here or Twitch? Twitch I want to stream on. Again, I have not set up like a gaming area in my house. And then life happens and then I get distracted, if you know what I mean. So there's a lot of things I want to do. I still want to keep up with YouTube. There's so many different avenues that I can take for different things that every day it's like, okay, what do I want to do now? What do I want? And it's hard being your own boss sometimes because then you're like, there's too much to do. And then your brain comes up with the whole list of stuff. And then you get anxiety. And then I just like sit on my bed and like get scared of the list I have to conquer. Like some days are just better than others, you know?
right? But there's like this piece right here that just wants something.
Yeah, I was just trying to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
Do I talk to Tori? No, I don't. I have not talked to her since she left. And I do not want to talk to her. And she's just another one that, like, I look back at my friends in North Carolina and just, like, some of them are in the same position, just doing bad in life. And I don't want to be associated with people like that. And I've cut off a lot of people in the past 2 years. And then when I cut off more people, like Gabby, when I hardly spoke to her, she wants to get all fucking mad at me. And of course, you got Kale that chimes in with Gabby, which is so stupid. Kale and Gabby, two will do anything for views.
But yet here you are bringing them up. You know what I'm saying? Like they bring you up, you bring them up. Someone said you are definitely the problem.
And well, you guys are like,
Oh, Mammy says it's always someone else's problem. You're never the problem.
why don't you respond to her? Why don't you make TikToks back and forth? Like, I'm over the back and forth bullshit. And I
And what's so interesting is when she first went live with this live, from what people were saying, when she first went live, she was wearing her wedding ring and she ended it and came back without it on. I didn't see that part. I just saw people were commenting that.
More things to worry about than this online drama with everybody else. So, as you guys know, there's a lot more stuff I'm dealing with, which I've been dealing with for weeks, and this is just new to you guys. It's not new to anybody else. And I've just been quiet. I've been protecting my children's peace. So that's all I have to say about that. Like, you guys keep asking and asking and asking, and honestly, no one wants anything shared. So why am I going to sit here and tell you guys on live every little detail? No, I'm not going to do that. Not doing that to my kid. Sorry.
Yet who sold?
If he wants to talk, he can. But right now, let's give privacy, you guys. Like, come on. Big swirls, big swirls. No, I did not talk to TMZ. You guys can go online and look.
She went straight into grooming herself, which a lot of people, I groom when I'm nervous. If you're watching yourself on a camera, you'll often groom. Like if you see your hair out of place, I do that a lot. People tell me all the time, like, quit playing with your hair. And it's not that I'm playing with it, but I see myself in my computer. So when it looks crazy, I fix it. So I groom a lot too. She can probably see herself on the live. So the grooming might not have anything to do with it, but she says, no, I didn't tell the story to TMZ. And she immediately goes into grooming. That was something that just I kind of caught, like, is this a sign of deception, or is she just grooming because she can see herself? I don't know.
See you guys. Like, come on.
I backed it up a little bit.
Big swirls, big swirls.
Oh, okay. Something else I noticed is when she saw the comment. When she said big swirls, you can see the comment pop up like, oh, you sold the story to TMZ or something like that. She gives a quick smirk, like almost like a, oh my goodness, I just had like the biggest brain fart. Oh, what is it called? Anybody that knows any little thing about body, you don't even have to know body language to know the duper's delight. Okay. So watch in a minute. I backed it up. She's going to be swallowing the cup, and you're going to see where she reads the comment and she does a quick little smirk.
But right now, let's give privacy, you guys. Like, come on.
Watch. Hold on.
Big swirls, big swirls.
You sold it to TMZ. She does a little smirk, looks off.
No, I did not talk to TMZ. You guys can.
She did another grooming gesture. She rubbed her chin really quickly. So when she read that comment, she literally gave a quick little smirk.
Go online and look. I do not talk to them. If you guys go on Twitter, you'll see my screenshots of my text messages, and I said no comment, no comment, no comment. But you know who did sell a story? My mom.
Does that even sound convincing? Does that even sound convincing when she's like, if you knew your mom sold a story about your son, would you deny it first and then be like, but you know who did? My mom. No, there's a reason. So one thing I learned in this body language course that I'm taking is there's a reason. Like sometimes people's the way that they answer things look off. The way that they sometimes like it looks off even to somebody that can't read body language. You're just like, what? Like they're not making sense right now when they're answering that. It's because like they're not responding the way that they would if they were being honest. So if somebody was like, you sold the story to TMZ and I knew my mom did, I'd be like, first off, I would never sell the story of my son to any news outlet, but my mom did. My mom did it. We're going to talk about Barb in a little bit because y'all want to know something. Think about this. Let's put things into perspective when it comes to Barb. Barb had Jace from the time that he was like a baby until he was 14. How much was reported about Jace in the media outlets? How much? Barb had issues from Jace at times. But was she going to TM? Was it always reported? No. You want to know when it was reported? Was when Janelle was involved. Like one time, Barb had some issues out of Jace and brought Jace to Janelle and said, you know what? You're going to have to take him. Like, I don't think I can do it anymore. Janelle goes on social media and talks about it. Janelle, like, oh, I got him back. My mom can't handle him anymore. I got him back. I got him back. Like, I don't think Barb is the Ashley source. I don't think Barb, like, one time when Barb talked to TMZ, she said, they said, like, Barb, and she gave a very, like, I'm just concerned about Janelle and Jace, and that's all I got to say. But I don't know. I mean, I definitely don't think Barb would sell a story. I don't think Barb would run to the media outlets to sell a story. If they contacted her, she might give her side. She might give a statement. She might say, I have no statement. But I just think about all the years he lived with Barb. We never knew what was going on with him. The only time we ever found out what was going on with Jace is when it was Janelle. When he was living with her, all the 911 calls, we always came out, like it always came out. We always found it out. Like, I have talked to people. You think her sister sells a lot of stories? Because her sister's been on social media lately, like mad that the stories are getting out there and saying that they're not true. So I don't know. I don't know. So just think about that. Like, he moves in with Janelle. And then all of a sudden, everything that's going on in his life is out there in the media. It's out there in the media. But all the time that he was with Barbara, it wasn't in the media. Also, another thing is TMZ, one of the articles, Janelle shared it. She shared it and then she deleted it. She also shared a Celeb Buzz article and then she deleted it. So I'm just like really thinking back. I'm like, it's really funny. As somebody that covers these people, when I look back and I try to find pictures of Barbara and Jace, I can't really find any. Because Janelle's like, my mom just loves the attention. She loves the attention. Listen, Barb is Barb. Like everybody knows Barb. Everybody loves Barb. Most people love Barb. Barbara she could have a social media page where she's posting pictures of her and Jace. She could be doing Q&As. If Barbara was so like all about the attention and the clout, like why isn't she utilizing like what she could have if that's really the way that she was? Like, it really dawned on me the other day. I was like, dude, there is no pictures of Barb and Jace on the internet. There's like a handful. And some of them Janelle took. Actually, most of them Janelle took, or Janelle had taken. Like when Janelle, Barb, and Jace were out to eat at this little restaurant, and they had Jace in between them. That picture was posted by Janelle. A picture of Barbara and Jace on the four-wheeler at Janelle's property. That was posted by Janelle. Like, I guarantee you, though, Barb and Jace have plenty of pictures together, and they do things together. But she's not constantly posting them. But Janelle's going to post the pictures of her and Jace, of her and all her kids. And like, I was like, dude, like, this is wild that, there's no photos of like Barbara keeps to herself. She keeps to herself. So why is she going to sell a story about Jace? Like, that makes no sense. She's been going to see Jace. Why would she sell it?
Like big personality, and today I was able to just like
which it's very hard to think about because that's like your family.
It's like your
and it just keeps happening. And it's like you're trying to protect your child's peace. And at the same time, she cares more about reputation.
I don't think Barbara gives two shit about reputation. Who here thinks Barbara cares about her reputation? And it's so funny the way she said that. Like, I didn't sell the story to TMZ, but you know who did? My mom. And it's like, they're like family. That's another way they're lying. She didn't say, and it's hurtful because that is my family. She said, it's like family. This sounds like you're making something up as you go along.
Someone and I'm not feeling it, and I know it won't be genuine.
And I will do what's best for him. So, no, you guys aren't going to know what the fuck I'm up to. And no, you're not going to know what he's up to because it's none of your business.
Justin and Jorge are literally total opposites, and I don't want to spend too much time tussling between two guys. I want to like make a decision soon.
Sorry, that's a TV talking on the captions. That's a
And
TV.
ultimately, like, I'm sleeping here with Justin. And deep down in my heart, I kind of feel
Thank
that
you.
Justin was
I make you want Starbucks. This is really good.
like, okay, that is the one, then maybe I wouldn't be so conflicted.
I like when a man makes it known he wants.
One thing I've made known, have I?
Now.
Accountability is hard. No, it's not. You just don't. You share it with the people that you should share it with. And it's definitely not 1,000 people on TikTok Live. Again, none of your business.
You gotta catch me up.
I think, I mean, I feel like I'm in a really lucky spot. I'm really happy with where I am with Derek right now.
How far apart do you think you and Derek are in age?
I would say like 13 to 16 years.
Okay.
That's my guess.
Okay.
Barbara's
Is there
doing
any,
okay
like,
from what I-
reservations you have about like a future with him?
Yeah, unfortunately,
It's like, wow, this person and I are really aligned.
I have separated myself from drama in North Carolina, and now it's coming back to me. And it's crazy because here, it's peaceful.
It's coming back to you because you brought David back to you. You brought Tori back to you. Everybody that you tried to get away from, you brought those people back to you. Like,
We're happy. The other kids are happy. And I don't know what's going on over there, but that's why I'm here. So.
How about you?
I want to hear all that.
so I found it really funny that she said her mom sold the story and that her mom cares about her reputation. When I'm like, anybody that watched Teen Mom knows Barbara gives Barbara don't care at all. Okay, at all. A lot of times when I think about Barbara, do you guys remember there was a picture that Barbara that came out a while back where she was at court with these two people that Janelle tried to sue? It was so funny. Okay, so Janelle hired Janelle. Okay, let me tell the backstory to this. Y'all, my camera is like laid over. I don't know. I need a new camera. Obviously, a new mic too. Let me tell the backstory. This is so funny. So, okay. Barbara was friends with this woman. This woman's husband like worked on like air conditioner units or something like that. And Janelle and David become cool with the woman and the man, whatever. And they asked the man like, could you fix our air conditioning unit because it went out? And the man's like, yeah, I can look at it. So the man was like, I'll have to come look at it, at this time or whatever. Dave and Janelle's like, yeah, that's fine. So it was going to be like an upfront fee before. I don't know all the everything, but I think it was like a $200 charge upfront because they like knew that it was out pretty much. By the time that they wanted him to go look at it, they were out of town. He like reached out to David like, hey, I'm going to be out there this day, this time. David's like, okay, yeah, we'll be out of town, but just go ahead and do it. And this is this man's business. He's like, no, somebody needs to be there. I can't do it when you guys are not there. Like somebody needs to be there. And he's like, no, it's fine. Like we're buds. You can go do it. And he's like, I can't. Like it's against policy for me to go to your house and do any work with you not there. Like you have to be there. They already knew the unit was out. That's what it was. Okay. This happened like 2-3 years ago. They already knew the unit was out. So the guy needed like a deposit because he had to order a unit. And after he put the unit in, he was going to charge the rest. Right. So he charged like a few $100 for the unit. I think the unit was like one of those big units. It was going to cost him a good bit. Right. But he charged him like a few $100, whatever. He's like, I can't come out there if you're not there. David gets irate with him, cusses him out. Then Janelle calls his wife and is like, we want our money back. We want our deposit back. And they had already bought the unit. They're like, we already bought the unit. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it was then Janelle, put bad reviews on the dude's page. Then Janelle said that at one point Janelle thought that this person was selling information to the Ashley, and Janelle named this person like, I know you're selling information to the Ashley. That's why we're suing you, and that's why you owe me however much money it was that they put down for the deposit. What was funny is I knew through my source that they had not went to court and no judge had ordered that. Now they went to court and a judge threw it out. They went to court and was like, no, they don't owe you guys anything. And it got thrown out. Now, when they all went to court though, Barbara was there with the man and the woman, the AC unit people, because those were her friends. She was friends with them. And she knew like David and Janelle was like doing them wrong. So she went on behalf of them, right? And there was a picture taken, like David and Janelle, one took a picture, and Barb's like this. In court, in the courtroom hallway, she flipped them off. I was like, that is hilarious. That is insane. I still have that picture somewhere in my phone. Like I'll never delete it. It is somewhere buried in the depths of my screenshots or whatever. But she was flipping them off because I mean they were taking a picture of her. Anyways, you guys, what's so funny too is like David, he is back in North Carolina. Janelle, she'll be back in North Carolina soon. She claims to go visit Jace, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think she's going to be visiting Jace. But where is it that I'm looking? Where's the pictures? Okay, so David is in North Carolina. He went, I think it was yesterday, maybe it was today, to get more of his tattoo done. He's trying to get Kinley's name covered up. He's trying to get Kinley's name covered up. So here's his, after his second session. Hey, honey badger. Now, I spoke to someone that said he probably has one session left, and this piece probably cost close to $3,000. Probably anywhere from like $600 to $900 a pop. Due to it's a cover up, it's a big piece. There's a lot of details. So yeah, look, I mean, it's a ugly, like it's just ugly because it's on David and it's on his neck. Now, if this was on like a beautiful woman, like on her leg or something, like then I might be like, ah, okay. But it's on David, who is just absolutely disgusting. And yeah. Let's see. You can act. What is that? Oh, screen. What is going on here? This is not. That's not what is happening.
Your comments are why.
That's not the screenshots that I was supposed to be showing you guys. I don't know where. I don't know. I have so much stuff saved in my phone, you guys. I mean, in my computer. There's no telling what you might see. Nothing crazy on my behalf, but like I have a lot of screenshots. All right, let's see. No, we're not going to add that to the stage. Let's see. What's so funny is you can literally still see some of Kinley's name. Look, right here. Y'all see? Right here, you can still see some of her name. Her name is literally, it starts right here and it goes across. Hold on. Can y'all see my mouse? It starts right here and goes across right here. You can still see it. So that's funny, like almost $3,000, and Janelle still got to see Kinley's name on his neck. Oh, that's funny. Which from what I was like, from the person that I had look at it, they said he probably does have like one more session where they might like shade some stuff in. So maybe that'll be shaded in a little bit more. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't. Words of the wise, never get a lover's name tattooed on you. I got Sean's name on me, y'all. I do. I can't say nothing because me and Sean, I got his name tattooed on me. He was deployed. We had been married for like 6 months. We've been married for like 6 months. And as Honey Badger says, I have an octopus tattoo and it's way prettier than that. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, if it was on like a girl in like a cute spot, like, okay. Yeah, that could have been a small, easy cover up. He just created something huge and terrible. Exactly. It could have been something just like, definitely not that. Definitely not that. Oh, Janelle posted a picture of her and it's like tummy tuck where? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe that belly button tells the tale that I wonder if Kinley got his name on her. No, she didn't. She didn't get his name on her. But I'm like, your belly button tells the tale, okay? Your belly button tells the tale that you got a tummy tuck. So, let me see. As I was going through all my stuff today on my computer, I came across these videos, though. Let me see.
Well, no, we're not getting back together. He ain't worried about that shit. That will never happen. Don't even ask. No, I would not. Would not take her back. Not for the world. She can have the world without me in it. Is Janelle a doctor? Basically. Basically, she's a doctor because, yeah, she gives herself diagnoses. She tells herself what kind of medicine she needs. She tells herself how much time she has to live. Yeah, all that. She's basically like a Google doctor. Oh, Google doctor. But her symptoms and diseases come and go. Never permanent.
Shelby said, I got my ex's name on my arm and went to a plastic surgeon to get it cut out. I'd rather have a giant scar than a cover up, but it was like $3K. So I'm stuck with, oh my goodness, that's crazy. That is so wild. The next video that I'm going to share with you guys, the audio, there was music playing over it. I tried to remove the music, but it didn't work out that great. So the audio itself is just completely low, but I put closed captions on there so you guys can see what it says. This is after Janelle tried to get an RO. Huh. Okay, that's what a lot of back when they first like separated, she tried to get an RO, like it didn't work or whatever. And he went live right after that happened, and this is that live.
Restraining order, but it was denied. You know that shit. Oh, David went TikTok live and shared private information about her. Guess what, bitch? You about to get a lot of private information blasted about you. You ain't even ready for it. You are not ready. I promise you ain't ready. You keep on with shit like this right here, you don't even know what I know about you. And I've known it years. I've known shit for years that you have no idea. It's gonna be amazing. David makes Facebook posts talking negatively about Janelle's parenting. Oh, are you sad because you're a bad mom? You should be. You should be. You should be upset with yourself. Only person you can be upset with.
Remember that, Janelle? He knows you're a bad mom. He knows it. And he's told it to many people. He's told it to the world. And you're dumb enough to get back with him. And he's going to take, what's so funny is, I don't like David, but he's playing his cards right now. He's playing his cards right. And as much as I hate it, that's what he's doing. He got back with Janelle. He's being taken care of financially. He just got this tattoo that's going to cover up Kinley's name because he don't like Kinley right now either. She's helping him beat those charges. I would not be surprised to find out that she hired him an attorney. I would not be shocked if Janelle helped him beat this somehow and then he broke up with her, then he dumped her, I would so not be shocked. Okay. All right. So hold on. Um, Janelle's sister Ashley made a post. If it's up again, let me see if it's up. Okay. No, I mean, I would think that would be hilarious. That's what she gets. I mean, what she gets. Let me see. Why is it not? All right. This is Janelle's sister Ashley.
How are you? So I made a video and it was deleted, but I do have a few things to say about my nephew Jace. First and foremost, before anybody speculates, what goes on between my family is private information. I've already spoken to the Brunswick County Police Department and the 911 dispatcher and spoke with my mom. My mom is verified 911 was not called. There is no 911 call because 911 was not called. The sheriff's department and the police department do not release anything. If there is anything that is released, it is heavily redacted. My mother's name was not on there. Jace's name was not on there. My mother's address was not on there. There was no date of birth or any like person named in the report. It was so heavily redacted because I have a copy of it. If you guys see my video earlier, like I have a copy of that report and nothing was sent out. I already spoke to the chief of police and other individuals. And let me just make it very clear. Jace is going to be 18 next year. Whether he's in a psychiatric hospital or whether he's in, treatment with living with my mom, me, other family that are legally his guardians, then I'm just going to tell you right now that he does not deserve to have such a negative persona portrayed about him. The other thing is TMZ was denied, along with other news outlets, certain information. They have been pressing to try to get body cam footage per North Carolina general statute. It is the law here in North Carolina that they would have to go get a court order. They would have to go to court and ask for body cam footage, any kind of detailed report, and it's being protected. Not only if because my nephew is a minor, but because they just don't release that information. So the details that were sent out to the media was somebody close to my nephew Jace or close to my mom. And my mom did not call 911. And it was not my mom calling to sell the story out. And it certainly wasn't me because I'm busy. Okay. I am so busy. I don't know if you guys can see this. I got accepted into 2 medical programs and I had to choose between one or the other, one of them being a physician's assistant program. I am in the middle of clinical hours. Unfortunately, I have put my life on hold for my family. I have put my life on hold for my 2 boys. I am very, very busy. I am going back into the medical field, something that I thought I was not going to do, but I am. I only needed 1 class, and I just tested out in my chemistry. So now I'm doing my clinicals, and I am extremely busy. I am so focused on that. I also took the Air Force entrance exam for the officer program, and I actually scored a 97 on the Air Force ASFLAP test or whatever to go
As
into
bad.
the Air Force. That is something I'm looking into before I turn my 40th birthday. As a single parent, I had put my life on hold for my kids, and I worked really hard towards this. So I am very busy. I will be there for my nephew. I will be there for my mom. My mom is not happy about the information that is being put out there, and it's not fair to Jace that he can't even speak out, and if he does, then people will go against him. I've heard that there was a teacher that barely knew Jace is talking about him. There's been numerous people talking horribly about him, saying that he's just going to end up like my sister. Jace has been trying to stay away from my sister Janelle and her drama for the longest time, and he's making better choices and he's trying. it is not his fault that he feels the type that he feels the way he feels, or that things happen to him. He was fine before all of this happened. I would be very upset too. My sister also has been refusing medical treatment for my nephew Jace. She has basically abandoned him. And I'm sick and tired of people coming up here, oh, the legal guardian only has, should have medical insurance for him. It doesn't matter. He does have legal guardians. Father, my mother, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Okay, there is paperwork that people do not have the legal authority to actually have in their hand that shows who is allowed to have medical insurance on my nephew Jace or not. Okay, I'm done. There's different laws in different places. But regardless if he's in a facility with my mom, with me, with his father, with another family member, because I do have other family besides my mom and, me or whatever, it doesn't matter. His personal information should not be out on the internet. And TMZ and other news outlets should be really ashamed of themselves that they're making up these fabrications and lies. When I spoke to the 911 operator today, they basically told me the person that was requesting this information was very specific with it. They were not vague. Usually, when the news outlets are very vague, they don't have any information. So the fact that it was very specific when the person was requesting it means that it was my sister or somebody close that knew information about what happened or whatnot. In the incident report, it is not a CID report. It is an incident report, and it's very vague. It has no information about the event. So the person who leaked it out was not any police report. I have a copy of it. I've seen it. Okay, and I'm just tired of people, speculating and saying all these things on the internet. My nephew Jace has been asking for privacy, peace, and quiet for the longest time. I'm asking everybody to put their self in his shoes and understand that this is not his fault and it's wrong. Okay, and I would not be speaking out on behalf of him and my mom, but at this point, he is almost 18. He's not a little kid. Like, he understands what's going on, and this really affects him. So I want everybody to step back for a minute and just stop, okay? And stop making all these comments about my family. I wasn't going to come on here, but, now that my late father's estate is settled, I can speak out. Everything is settled between my siblings and I, and, what we had to deal with my late father passing away, that was also a mess. There was also, my mom had her stroke. There was things going on when my mom had her stroke. I had to tell my sister to leave. I had to protect my mom and Jace away from that situation. The story was sold to TMZ, as soon as Janelle got here to North Carolina when my mom had her stroke. Nobody knew about that. That was private, personal information. So I just also wanted to put that out as well, because all of this is crazy right now. And I'm just so sick of it. And my mother is very angry because my mom even stated the magistrate has nothing to do with 911. Nobody knows how that legal process goes. And my mother did not call 911. And she also said whoever calls her a liar is very, very brave. So what we need right now is support for Jace and my mom, and hoping that everything turns out the way that it should be. He's well taken care of. My mom and I and other family are taking care of him. That's all that anybody needs to know. As far as, the other stuff, my sister going around visiting him or whatever, I'm going to tell you right now that my nephew Jace does not want anything to do with my sister. That is his choice. Okay, so the people saying that, oh, my mom's doing that. No, that is my nephew Jace's choice. He is almost an adult now. He has been trying so hard to, make the best choices and do what he's supposed to do. Even his employer where he was working said that he can come back to work despite him having, some difficulties. And the other thing is with this whole thing with him being transferred somewhere, somebody gave that information out because they don't give medical information out. So if somebody, for example, was transported through a magistrate's office or another agency that assisted in transporting a patient to the hospital in an EMS, that would be a medical call. They don't. The police or 911 does not release that to anybody. That's not only against the HIPAA law, it's for privacy and safety for that person, and especially a juvenile. And if my nephew, if there was also a gun that was involved with my nephew, which that was a lie as well, there was no gun found at my mom's house at all, and I know this for a fact. then my nephew would have been charged with a felony in the state of North Carolina, violating his probation, because that is a serious felony, and it would have been posted public knowledge because he most likely would have been charged as an adult. Okay, North Carolina does not play with that. Okay, North Carolina is a very strict state. But I just wanted to come up here and clarify those things. I am very busy. If I do get involved, I will be helping, like I always do. I always help my family, my mom and Jace, and whoever needs to be helped, and give them sound advice. My mom is fine. She's recovered from her stroke. She's moving, talking. She's fine. So I'm tired of people, speculating that my mom cannot take care of them, because she can. She has me by her side, and it's just really nobody's business. So please put yourself in Jason's shoes. Please stop talking so bad about him and speculating all these rumors. I know what I'm talking about. It is what it is. Unfortunately, my sister is going to continuously doing her antics, threatening people, trying to start a bunch of problems, and it's just not going to work out in her favor. Unfortunately, it's about Jace, only Jace. But Janelle just thinks it has control. But I hope you guys understand, and that's what I have to say. Hi guys, how are?
So that's pretty she says whoever like was reaching. Okay, so I know I send in FOIAs at times to get information on things. Like I could have sent in a FOIA on this to see if I could get the 911 call. Okay, like when Amanda Connor, when she said she had an accident, I went, to see like, okay, is there any documentation behind it? Can I send in a FOIA for it? And here's the thing, like if you know stuff like a case number or something like that, it's easier for them to find the information to send back to you. And like she was saying, like the person that requested information already knew information that they shouldn't have known. Okay. So if Janelle or whoever, like if they already knew information, how did the Ashley get the 911 call? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. Let me see. She says she got the 911 call though, right? I mean, I think Ashley, Janelle's sister, is saying she couldn't have got it because it involved a minor, and because North Carolina, like whoever she talked to, said that yeah, people were requesting it, but they weren't releasing it. But all the other 911 calls involving Jace have been released. So let's see if the Ashley says she has it. Right. Yeah. The Ashley says the Ashley has obtained the audio of the 911 call that Janelle Evans, mother Barbara Evans, made to the police on February 22nd. Ashley says that her mom didn't call. She didn't show the transcript or play the audio. No. But she just said there wasn't a 911. I know I'm telling you guys, I said that earlier. I said it's getting this story, this situation is getting crazier and crazier because the Ashley says she has the call and says what was on the call, but Janelle's sister Ashley says there was no call to 911. I don't know. I wondered if maybe Barbara called like a non-emergency line, or if maybe that's Ashley's way of saying like my mom wasn't the one who called. I don't know. I'm just confused by it. Like I'm just so confused by it. Computer robot says, Elle Bee, I think the thing is that Janelle is so jealous that people care more about her children and her mother than her. After her firing at MTV, she became irrelevant and nobody cares. Winnie, are you saying Janelle's sister Ashley or the Ashley? It's so difficult because we're talking about two Ashleys. Oh, okay. Ashley's in here. My mother did not call 911. The magistrates have nothing to do with the 911 call. I've already said this before. The last video I made. Wait, was there two videos? Ashley, did you have two videos? I only see one. I've already said this before, the last video I made, but I made another one because the other one got delayed. Okay. So there is a difference between a CAD report that you would need a court order from North Carolina General Statute, which is the law, and a narrative that was no narrative in the report of what happened. Okay. Ashley. So the Ashley Realities Roundup saying she got the 911. Are you saying maybe she got some other kind of report, or do you think she's not telling the truth? Which I didn't think about that. I didn't think about the whole gun situation. Like you said, if Jace would have had a gun, he would have been in big time trouble because he is on probation. So, oh, you know what? Huh? Who told the story? They don't have an on-call. There's no on-call. Okay, Ashley says, I'm going to bed. Got to be up at 5:30 a.m. The reason why the Ashley Reality Roundup has not released the information is because they don't have the 911 call. There was no 911 call made by my mom. Okay. Janelle would have been like, he stole my gun in my name, blah, blah, blah. If I'm not mistaken, they have to investigate if anyone calls. How is Kaiser? I think Janelle told the story too. Y'all, I don't know how Kaiser is doing. I mean, here's the thing with kids. You know, if Kaiser thinks David coming back would make his mom happy, is it possible he might be like, yeah, I'm fine with it? It's possible. Have you checked out statement analysis? Truth real so good as based on principal language by primary area of the brain. No, who is it? Truth revealed. That's independent mental acute culture. I haven't. Let me hold on. Okay. The Ashley Reality said she knows how much Janelle got paid to tell the story. I can see that because a lot of times, like these people, like they all know each other. Like when I went to Josh Duggar's sentencing hearing, somebody from the Ashley was there, somebody from the Daily Mail was there, somebody from the Sun was there. Like we all ate together. There was also no gun in my mother's house either. If TMZ or the news outlets wants to go to court to get a subpoena, North Carolina General Statute, by all means, go get a court order. Did you see he decorated his arm with marker tattoos too the other day when Janelle had him on her story? I did see that. Did you see what Amber just released? Amber. Portwood? What'd she release? I guarantee you that most likely, if they do try to subpoena that information, body cam, et cetera, and 911 call, et cetera, are a detailed narrative from law enforcement agency, not 911 or the sheriff's, it will be denied. You guys, if y'all see Amber on a live, can y'all please screen record it and send it to me? I have a Dropbox. Screen record it, email me, and I'll give you my Dropbox information. Ugh. I missed it. Hopefully somebody has it. She was on the other day and she crashed out. She was gone for a while. I know there has been times I have sent in FOIAs and it was denied. There's been times that it was all denied because it was being investigated. It was sensitive information. When Honey Boo Boo's boyfriend got arrested, they gave me some information, but not all of it. Man, I hate I missed it. Dag nabbit. Thank you. Let me check TikTok real quick. Oh, she has me blocked. Amber has me blocked. I have to switch to my other account. So yeah, you guys, Janelle Evans, are they not denied when it involves a minor? I'm trying to think if I've ever requested one for a minor. I can't recall, but I have had some denied at times. She got cussing all in someone's face that was in her life, and there was a third party that just sat there doing nothing. Goodness. I'm just so honestly, like I'm dumbfounded that Janelle Evans can get on lives and seem. She's like, "Oh, woke up feeling great today. Woke up feeling great today. She got my coffee. I didn't tell the story, but my mom did. And it's sad because we're like family. Like, girl, none of that makes sense because you're making it up as you go. Janelle shouldn't be a parent, in my opinion. I feel like she should be looked into for abuse for going back with him. Like, that's not okay. And she's putting her kids in mental and physical harm. I agree. I agree. And, you know, the only kid that might be okay with her getting back with David is Inslee for the time being. That's Insley's dad. Like, she might be okay with it. Kaiser, I do not think for a second Kaiser is happy about it, but Kaiser will say he's happy about it. Like, I feel like Kaiser, if he sees his mom being happy, he might be like, oh, yeah, sure, I'm happy too. But I really don't think he's happy about it. Yeah, Nathan's in jail right now. Now, Nathan's wife did come in my live yesterday. Was it yesterday or this morning? And said that Nathan was doing good. And I asked, like, if there was any info as to when he was going to get out, and I don't think she answered. So I don't know when he's getting out. But Nathan needs a lot of like mental health care too. I will say that. Like, Nathan needs some mental health care. Some of the reports that were used in my divorce from years ago had to do with Janelle, my mom, and they were heavily redacted. When I went to court to divorce court in New Jersey years ago, no info was out. He does have a dramatic brain injury. Yeah. How is he even allowed around kids with the RO and charges because of Jace? He's not supposed to be. That's the thing. Is David is not even supposed to be around Janelle. Like, he's not. There's an RO. Didn't he get a multi-year sentence? I think he got 2, maybe. Okay, what is that? Did I just delete something? I just deleted a video that I did not mean to delete. No, I don't know, May, so I cannot give an honest answer on that. Dang it. I just deleted a video with over 100,000 views on TikTok. I'm sweating. I don't need to mess with my horn. I was trying to look to switch. Can I undelete it? Does anyone care enough to report Janelle and David for a violence? I think they have been reported. Records are supposed to be sealed involving a minor. Parents or guardians can obtain. It wouldn't surprise me if Janelle got them and sold them to the Ashley if there was a 911 call. I've seen some lives. Kaiser's learning to be people pleaser to stay safe. I mean, I could see that. What would happen if the courts find out that Janelle allowed David to come around her? See, I don't know. I'm not sure. Janelle's sister Ashley says there was no 911 call. My mother did not call 911. The magistrates did not release 911 calls or medical transcripts that is private information, minor or a regular person. Does Jace still have a job? Yeah, Ashley said that Jace does still have a job, that his boss said that whenever he wants to come back, he can. What is going on? I feel that she tried to reconcile with David because the evidence against her was false and wrong, and she was running out of money. So therefore, she reconciled with David. She was going to lose custody. You think Janelle was at Oh, good. The video's back. I'm like, what did I do? Yeah, I literally was just sweating. It has 117,000 views, and I thought I deleted it. Kayla says, Elle, go to settings, activate recently deleted, like the video and tap restore. Thank you. It wasn't like giving me any options. Like it was saying like that I couldn't, it was like I didn't have internet for a second. I say do a restraining order of David from the 3 kids and leave it at that. And if Janelle wants to see her kids, she can visit them at a center. What is the consequences for violating an RO and then reconnected? See, this is okay. David never did a psych eval. Janelle went to the judge and was like, oh my God, I'm so scared of him. He's a horrible person. I don't trust him with the kids because I found this very like bad content on his phone in regards to like sexual exploitation of a minor. Like he cannot be around my kids, and he has anger issues and drinking issues, and he needs we need a psych eval. And so the judge is like, okay, we need to do it. Yeah, psych eval. He never did the psych eval, and I heard that he was encouraged to do the psych eval, but he didn't want to do it. After him and Janelle got a divorce, he wanted to fix. Can you get his? I literally was looking through all their stuff the other day. Let me see. How did I find it? Sometimes I find stuff just by chance. Like I found like Amanda Connor's stuff a while ago by chance. Because you know she got a court date coming up. Everybody can hate me. I don't care. I was looking for something else. Okay. I was looking for something else, and I was like, wait, is that who I think it is? Because she has a court date on the 17th. But yeah, their whole file is online, like the divorce and everything. It's all online. So David was supposed to have the psych eval. The judge put a restraining order against David. Funny thing is that David had to wear an ankle monitor for like 6 months after him and Janelle split up. For like 6 months. Mind you, Janelle was in Las Vegas. David was in North Carolina. This dude wasn't about to jump on a plane to come stalk you or harass you or attack you. But Janelle went to the courts. I'm so scared. He needs to I need to be able to keep up with him. So literally the judge had David wear an ankle monitor where Janelle had this little device that told her if David got close to her. She was in Las Vegas. He was in North Carolina. Okay. He wore that for about 6 months, and then he was able to take it off. So I'm just like, how are you going to face a judge when you guys have custody court here in the next few weeks and say, actually, judge, we don't need custody court anymore. We've reconciled. I feel like that judge would surely be like, what do you mean you reconciled? I mean, a judge can't stop people from reconciling, I don't assume. But when you've told a judge, if I was a judge and a woman came to me and said, you know what, actually, judge, drop that RO, I've reconciled with him. I would be like, patch me through to CPS real quick. I would be like, wait, you've reconciled with him? You're back with him? Is he living with you? Has he been staying the night with you? Has he been around the kids? Okay, well, what about this child exploitation stuff you told me about? What about that? What about how you told me that he was unstable? What about how you told me he did drugs? What about how you told me he drank alcohol? What about how you told me he beat on you? What about how you told me X, Y, and Z? And you're back with him? Yeah, okay. I'm going to need CPS in here ASAP. If I was a judge, that's what I would do. If Janelle and Ashley have the same dad, do Janelle and Ashley have the same dad? Yes. If so, would the money from his estate be funding David's tattoo? I don't know what they got from their dad. I have no idea. The judge can place an RO against parents if they think it's an abusive household. Okay. So I did one time something really crazy happened. So I went with someone to court. I don't even remember who it was. What was it? It is still active, yeah. So I went with somebody for court, and it was so funny because there was a man and a woman there. The it was he had an RO. The judge had played. Okay, there was a situation where this man and a woman they were boyfriend and girlfriend, and they got into a fight, and the girlfriend called the cops. He had gotten physical. They put him in jail. The judge put an RO on the guy for the girl. He wasn't supposed to. Well, guess who picked the guy up from jail? The girlfriend. Guess whose house he had been staying at? The girlfriend's. Guess who brought this fool to court that day and sat beside him in court? The girlfriend. We're all sitting there waiting for court to start and the bailiff, and they're sitting, okay. So me and who, I think my dad, we're sitting like back here. My dad, yeah, it was my dad because he knew them. It was one of my dad's friends. So they're talking. They sat right in front of us. The bailiff comes over and is like, hey, you're so and so, right? He's like, uh-huh. He's like, who's that? Points to the girlfriend. And he's like, my girlfriend. He's like, yeah, what's her name? He says her name. Bailiff's like, okay, walks off. A little while later, comes back and arrests this man. Stand up, put your hands behind your back. And he's like, what? He was like, there's an active RO on you for this lady. And now here you are at court with her. You're going to jail, sir. And the woman's like, I had to bring him. He didn't have a ride. He didn't have a ride. I had to bring him. And I'm like, and then she ended up telling like my dad and us, because my dad knew them, that they're together. She's like, we had a disagreement. Like, I called the cops. Like, I didn't ask for an RO to be placed on him. And she said she had to bring him, and that was one of the reasons she was there that day, is she wanted to ask the judge to drop the RO. I was like, oh, dang. I'm confused. Why hasn't he been arrested if for in violation of the RO, and why is CPS not involved? I don't know. That's the thing, is like, I've seen people say like they have reported this. So I don't know what is going on. I don't know. Let me see. What is it, Wilmington? Let me see. No, that's Louisiana. That ain't right. I don't think this was it. Sometimes I really forget how I found stuff. And I really just have to like, how did I find that? Where did I go? Court might not do anything if they think it's all coming from people on the net. My mom was a lawyer specifically for these types of things. Well, didn't it begin with Inslee having an emergency surgery or something, so he was able to come? Yeah, for that reason he could come, but he came back and then he stayed. It would be Brunswick County, and see, I live there too. She lives in Leland, which is Brunswick County. Let's see. I want to say like some of the records was Wilmington or like Thomas. St. Tom? No, that ain't right. No, I think it was like St. Thomas or Thomasville or something like that. Started with a T. I'm so sorry. This live is so long. How long have we been live? We've been live for over an hour. Sorry. He is violating his rights. I am so sleepy. I need to go to bed. Why am I not able to find? And I know I have like, let me see. I was just in this the other day, like looking through like all their stuff, like everything from their divorce was on there. But I don't remember. I remember how I get into Mama June stuff, but I don't remember how I got into David's and Janelle's. I remember how I got Amanda's, but not David's. If I could find like one of the things that I saved the other day, it would tell me. I don't know. I'm exhausted. I'll look when I can. I'm gonna go to bed. The land in Delco on Money Hole Road. That's Columbus County. Pretty. I think it's Columbus County. I think it's Columbus actually. Checking my social tree. That's a good idea. That's what Sean had to do the other day when we were looking for something. I'm like, I know. What was I? The other day I was trying to find something, and we literally went in my search history. History. Anyways, you guys, everybody have a great night. We'll be live tomorrow. Ashley Siren reads Janelle to filth. Okay, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. So make sure you are following me. I might do it on IG. I don't know. I need to figure out a way to go live on all 3 platforms at the same time on this streaming service. So I like when I screen share, it shares everywhere. How I got 162 messages on TikTok. That's why I don't check messages. Sorry, guys. In Georgia, we have Peach Court. Yep, that's how I find it. They're on Peach Court. The Court No Country probably have their own version. Yeah, they do, and I don't remember what it's called. Anyways, you guys, Ashley calls Janelle out, says, girl, you need your ass beat. That's what Janelle told, not Ashley. Ashley told Janelle, girl, you need your ass beat. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Text messages between the two where Ashley was like, yeah, you messed up. Like anybody that chooses a man like David Eason over their kids, yep, you need your ass beat. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Make sure you follow me everywhere because you never know if I'm going to go live here or there. You just don't know, okay? I try to balance it out and go live a little bit of everywhere every day. And the lives that I do over on TikTok, I do try to download them and upload them over here. I did get the one from earlier today downloaded, and I will upload it over here. It will just probably be tomorrow by the time I upload it, okay? So anyways, you guys, leave me all your thoughts. Like, share, subscribe. Follow me everywhere. And I know, right, Kimberly? I usually post like on Facebook. If I know a time, I'll post like on Facebook or somewhere. So make sure you just follow me on Facebook because I never know. I'm a mom of 6. Like I could be like, I'm going to go live at 12. And then like, as I'm coming out here, you know, one of my kids need me for something or one of my kids call and they're having an emergency. So I'm like, the second I plan a live, something comes up and I can't be live for an hour after that. So I'm like a fly by the seat of my pants. Like I schedule the live 10 minutes out. You know what I'm saying? And I do apologize for that. I know it'd be a lot better if I could schedule them and stick to it, but I can't most of the time. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. And Janelle's a POS, and she doesn't deserve custody of her kids. And sending prayers to Jace. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you, Colleen. Bye, guys.